All right, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. And once again, I am joined by Avery, who is an incredibly talented artist, and I'm so glad he's here with me. But as you can tell, he's feeling a little under the weather, so we might not drag this out long tonight.
Stream for however long, man.
Well, no, I'm exhausted, to be honest with you. Today was a very, very long day at work, and they keep throwing crap at me, and that makes me happy because it keeps me busy. Mm-hmm. But man, sometimes it's like they won't let me breathe before they're throwing something else. So, which most of the time I enjoy immensely because, you know, time goes quick when they're throwing stuff at me. But man, sometimes I just want to take a break. But this is actually the second panel of the first chapter of book 2, and I just have always hated how I drew this panel. It just doesn't look like Hero at all, and since I'm getting an opportunity to...
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Oh, no problem. I'm getting an opportunity to rework a few panels before I hand it over to Avery. I'm going to redo some of the panels that I truly, truly dislike. And this is one of them. I'm using it as a template to keep the size, because what I want size-wise is correct, just the image isn't perfect. I mean, look at his teeth. I don't know. I've never drawn him with his mouth open like that, except for this one panel, and I don't know.
I can't. Hold on.
It's okay.
That looks like Hero. That looks great.
Well, no, it's...
The teeth just need to be one row, not separate.
Well, one of the things I did is there's an arrow flying by his head, and I made the arrow go right across here so you don't see his gums, because I hated that. But it's one of those things where I've learned you just got to keep moving, You can't stop and go back, and I'm taking this opportunity to go back. Hey, Commodore, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's up, Commodore?
He said, I voted yesterday, though your votes matter more being a swing state. Well, hey.
Hey, if you went out, good.
Hey, I'm just happy the people I voted for won, so.
Yeah. Oh, man, dude, my mom lives in Georgia.
Yeah.
And
I do know that.
That old lady, the opposition, wow, she's like full-on socialist, take everybody's guns, like raise taxes, like what? A lot of people can't afford that. Like, I'm pretty moderate, but dang, lady.
Oh, I got to tell you about this. One of my aunts, who I love dearly, she's very much a New England liberal, and she posted on Facebook the voting day that morning. She said, "Bring on the blue wave." She had a couple of people that came in and said, yeah, because of course, you know, like minds think alike. Well, I posted one thing. I went, "Bwah ha ha," and that was it. So I didn't say anything other than that. And one of her friends like responded to it and said, "What's so funny? The Democrats won back the Congress, and we're going to start impeachment right away." And I started to get ready to blast him and say, you know, yes, the Democrats won the House, not the Congress. They won half of it, but the Republicans have a majority in the Senate. In order to impeach the president, it has to be ratified in the House as well as the Senate. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And if you want your people, if you want your political people to go and spend the next 2 years trying to impeach him and waste frickin' time, go for it, because it's not going to happen. Matter of fact, I was reading that even if the Democrats did impeach Trump, it doesn't mean he has to step down.
No,
He doesn't have to step down from power.
Clinton, it's still served because one impeaching you doesn't mean you're out. It takes both.
Yeah.
It's
But they're all excited. Yes, they're going to spend the next 2 years. And you know what? Somebody made a comment. It was one of the political shows I listened to this morning. I wasn't really paying a lot of attention, but somebody had made the comments that says having Trump lose the House is probably a good thing for him, because now when the Democrats in the House go on a 2-year-long rage of just nonsense and stupidity, and it's only going to make his stance stronger in 2020 when he's going for re-election. You know, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to let anything go through. And the epitome of a do nothing Congress. That's what we're getting ready to see, and he's going to use it to his advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm whatever.
There's a lot of people that don't understand things about just the basics of our checks and balances and how it works.
Yeah.
And they don't remember things that just happened in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton was impeached, but he still served his term because it wasn't in both the House and the Senate.
Well,
and they don't understand the Electoral College and how it's meant to keep one group from just running roughshod over another. That there has to be, there's a balance and an ebb and flow to all of this.
Yep.
And it's meant to be that way. And debate is meant to be slow and deliberate in this country. It's because if everything went with pure democracy without that counterbalance of the rule of law and the law of a republic, it would constantly be just one group destroying another.
Yeah. Commodore says, why do these people that think Trump is Hitler want Hitler to take their guns away? He also says it wasn't a blue wave, it was a purple shower.
Yeah.
All Trump needs to say in 2020 is he'll nationally legalize weed and he'll be reelected. Well, you know what? He'll get the old people vote and he'll get the young people vote if they ever even go out to vote.
I don't have a problem with that.
Huh?
It's really dumb that I think it's dumb that weed's not legal, and I don't want to use it. I'm not a pot smoker, but if alcohol and cigarettes are legal,
yeah, I don't honestly care either way. I don't do drugs. I never have, but I do know people in my own family, hell, in my own home, that have taken advantage of the healing properties. Or at least so they tell me. I don't know if it's healing properties or not. You know me, I'm virgin when it comes to stuff like that.
So. In moderation, which you have to do yourself, control yourself, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
You can't OD on it.
I was at Mike and I were going to Walmart the other day, and I swear to God, a car drove up next to us as we're walking out of the parking lot, and I now can recognize that smell, by the way. I used to have no idea what it was. Mm-hmm. I now recognize it to the point where I felt like I was dirty. It was just so bad. It's like you can't hide that. Sometimes you can't hide that crap. And I don't know who this guy was, but man, his car stinks so bad.
Pot should be legal, but that should be a DUI.
Absolutely.
You have to be responsible.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's the way I feel. Feel free to disagree.
Yeah. No,
I won't think anybody's an awful person because they disagree with me.
You know, if my kids, who by the way are both of legal age, if they wanted to have a drink at home, I don't have a problem with that. I'd be pissed as hell if I heard they were going out trying to drive somewhere. But if they want to do it at home or with a designated driver, even, you know,
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. I
Yeah.
mean, Mike's not a drinker at all. He's had some drinks, and it does not affect him as, you know, his sister took him out for his birthday. She and her boyfriend took him to Dave and Buster's, and they had shots, and it just rolls right off of him. So
it's his size.
That's probably absolutely true.
I feel alcohol more when I'm 40, 50 pounds lighter than I am now.
Commodore says he's a social smoker. He says, I feel it doesn't make me lose control. I feel it helps me control myself easier. It eases so much tension. I have really bad social anxiety. Well, hey, trust me, we've all been there.
I wish I could do that, be a social smoker, like put it down and not have it unless I'm having drinks with friends. I wish I could do that, man. That's the reason I had to switch to the vape.
Yeah.
Is I am full on addicted to nicotine. And that's the part of the reason, because I know what the history of alcohol and drug abuse is in my family.
Yeah.
That's the reason I've never tried hardcore drugs.
Yeah.
I've smoked pot. It's no big deal. It's all right. I don't have a problem with it. That's the reason I control my drinking. Like, I don't, like, say I go get a couple of bottles and I drink every day for a couple of weeks.
10 more containers.
After a couple of weeks, I go, you know what? I've been doing this too much. And I'll stop for a few months. And I just buy it.
Hold on just a quick second.
Commodore, I really wish I could do that. I envy that. Just having a smoke when you're having a drink or something or out with friends. I really wish I could control that. I have no self-control when it comes to cigarettes.
All right. I bought my wife something for our anniversary, and
that better not be for our anniversary. That was thoughtful out of your heart because you love me.
But it was on our anniversary, so it counts.
No. You think you heard about the peppermints for a long time?
Oh my goodness gracious! Whatever, dear.
No credit, sir.
I was out getting dinner last night, and she called me and said, "Hey, if by any chance you're out and about and you go to a craft store, like I was going to a craft store, could you pick me up one of these beading set thingamabobbers that I really like to do?" And she's been having fun with. And I said, "Okay, no problem." So I went by Michael's. I picked out one that looked like it would take her, a week and a half to do. And I bought it for her. And I gave it to her when we got home. And I told her I bought it for her anniversary. No, I don't accept this. Okay, whatever. Oh, well. The whole thing was I was going to take her out to dinner, and she wasn't feeling well, so we ended up not going out. I mean, it was our 25th wedding anniversary. Going out to dinner is like a must, but it didn't happen. So it's not a big deal. But all right, what else has Commodore said? Not that kind of smoke. If I wanted nicotine as a drug, I take a patch. I never smoked tobacco.
Oh, you mean the herb? Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh yeah.
I never smoked. I never did drugs. I don't drink alcohol. So I am very much. Michael is very much like me, but he's willing to try in social settings, like especially when he goes out with his sister and her friends. But me, I'm like, nah. I'll just turn it down. Not a big deal. All right. That's panel 2 of page 2. So that means I got 2 pages that I'm happy with. So,
okay, cool.
But here, let me show you. Let me share my screen. I'll at least share with the people out there in the
let me look.
In the big wide world. This is page 1, which has a lot of background to it.
Mm-hmm.
But here, this is something that I started doing after I got the colored files from you. But I'm going to include them so that you know where it is. But this is the template for, the border. You don't go further than this type thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep it within the yellow, inside the blue, not going. If it goes to the yellow, it's possible it may get cut off, but it absolutely can't go into the red.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to include that with each of the pages so that you have that. I mean, I'm going to try to make sure everything's within that, but just so you know, that's there.
Yeah, it's not going to matter for me because if color goes off?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also in case you ever question, say, I wonder, do I need to do this? It's there for you. So
cool.
But let me see.
Besides any revisions you asked for, the colors for Hero Book 1, everybody, are done.
Awesome. Well, I need to sit down and go through them, and
yeah, I'll put them all on I'm gonna part of tomorrow. I'm gonna look at some of the pages again with fresh eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I'm gonna find one of these memory sticks around here and dump everything on there to give to you.
Oh, I did find Best Buy's got a sale, 5 16 megabyte sticks for $25.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how big the files are, but
I can open the folder and see how big the folder is.
Okay. But I can't wait to start digging into it. Yep, we are this close to
16.3 gigs.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Well, I don't need every single page. I've got the first, 20 or so. I'll have to double check what I have.
Yeah, well.
Commodore asked, "Do I do backgrounds?" Absolutely. One of the things I wanted to do with the book is to have backgrounds in every panel, and for about 99% of it, I did. And there was a lot of points where I would do like a really long panel, like of forest or whatever, and I would cut it up and use it as the background to several panels. It just made things go by easier. But I did do. There's a lot of dang backgrounds in my book. Isn't that right, Avery?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes too much, don't you think?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
So what do you think about this new thing that's been happening where people will go onto a live stream, they will do a super chat, and they will say something anti-Semitic or whatever, and then report it and have the person's...
Oh, that's awful.
Have the person's channel get shut down or super chats get turned off. I'm like, my God, I'm hearing this, and it's like insane.
So I need a memory stick larger than 16 gigs. All of mine are 16. All the ones that you've given me so far are 16.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, you can put it on. You can put it on 2. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Cat. I think I am getting sick.
Yeah.
It's getting worse, and like normally Sudafed stops all this drainage, and it's not. All it does is slow it down. So I'm probably getting sick.
Well, if you can, I'd say spend your day tomorrow resting. Just rest,
I want to work on this illustration I'm supposed to do for WEP. I promised,
oh, that's right. Yes.
I promised Weaponized Nerd Rage one more illustration. I've already done 2 for him. I promised him at least 1 more.
Are you going to make a video of it? Or
I let WEP show off the illustrations when he's ready to show them to people, and I just do them and give them to him.
Well, I mean, you could still make a video and just not release it until he's ready for you to. But
you know what? No, because I can't edit them. Because OBS records in Flash.
Oh, well,
I can't edit Flash because I have Adobe Premiere, and for some reason, Adobe Premiere won't
I have an application that'll convert Flash into like an MP4 or an MP, whatever it is that you can edit.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to, just put it on one of those cards, and I can train. Because like I said, this isn't something you're going to release tomorrow. It's something that you could have for the future. You know.
Yeah, I still don't know if I want to make a video of it.
All right. Well,
a lot of it would be really boring.
That's when you speed it up.
Yeah, I would.
Did you see Ethan's video today where he was going through the
I'm sorry. I apologize. I need to bring up the thing where I can hit the mute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Commodore says, Avery, are you okay? I know somebody had died of 40 for chronic bronchitis. I don't think he's that far.
No. I think I'm getting a cold. Either that or severe allergies. I can't tell the difference. When I have really bad allergies, I run a fever and everything. And I can't tell the difference the first day or two that I start getting a bad cold or flu. I can't tell between that and when I have a bad allergy attack. There's almost no difference the first couple of days. I usually can't tell until like I'm fully, like if it stays the same for another day or two, it's allergies. If it gets worse, I have a cold or flu.
Yeah. I mean, look at this panel. This is like a horrible face of Hero. It's like totally distorted. I don't know what I was thinking. It's
not as bad as you think. There's some things about it I like.
His nose is too big.
A little.
His mouth, his whole face is shit. I don't know what I was thinking. His ears are too pointed.
One of his ears is offset too much from the other than how you normally do it.
Yeah, I know.
But thing is, though, what I would do instead of completely redrawing it first is I would liquefy it into shape and Photoshop, print it, and ink it.
Oh, see, I don't know how to do that. So.
Oh, you don't know how to use liquefy?
No, I don't think I've ever used that.
Okay, hold on, sir.
Okay.
Screen share.
All right, hold on. We'll make you the big guy.
Okay.
Hey, Jerry, how's it going, man?
Let me.
Yeah, Commodore says his friend thought she had a cold. My wife had she got really, really sick one day, and it got so bad we had to take her to the hospital. Come to find out, she had pneumonia. And when I said to the doctor, I said, "Is this something that normally just comes on to people like this?" And he said, "No, she's probably been sick for about a week now, but because of all the other medications she takes, she didn't have the reaction as soon as it happened, and she ended up being hospitalized for 28 days because of that." And so, whenever she gets the sniffles, she goes we get her right into see the doctor. So,
yeah, this is just
all right. Tell me what you're doing here.
Okay, listen. Like I'm going to use because this is here's my cyber frog I did. It's a good drawing, but you notice I gave too much snout like a Ninja Turtle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to redo this piece, and I'm going to reprint it as black and white and re-ink it.
Okay.
What I'm going to do before I do that is I go to Filters, Liquefy. Okay. And I'm going to do this to the black and white, but I'm showing you in color.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the brush right here, pull the size down. Oh, I need to increase it just a little bit more. Ooh, let me try. Get it. And look at this.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to fix it like this.
That's freaking awesome. I've never seen that tool or used that tool before.
Oh yeah, I've been using it for years.
Now show me where that was again.
It was in Filters.
In Filters. All right, let me bring up my Photoshop just so I can make sure I can look at it with you. Oh, I probably have to open something else first.
See how much closer to on model this is now?
Just playing with it. Yeah, I got you.
Now imagine if I keep messing with it and get it just right. and then reprint it just the black and white and ink it.
I gotcha.
It's still not there, but it's a lot closer now.
Okay.
And it would be even easier to do in grayscale.
It's under filter.
Yeah.
Ooh, this doesn't even give me the options. Well, hold on. Let me select a layer.
I'm canceling, yeah.
Liquify, okay.
Filter, go down to liquify. Like when I'm drawing something, let me start something. You know when you like draw an eye, you're drawing like this, and you draw an eye, and you're like, I like that eye, and you draw the other eye.
Right.
But oh man, they're not quite right. Well, I would go to liquify and move that eye to where I want it.
Okay.
That's the reason I pencil in Photoshop, print, then ink, is it makes it easier to fix these things rather than erasing, redrawing. I just move it around.
Right. Commodore says hacks voodoo magic.
Yeah, I would just do something like this and move it.
Right. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing I have done before, but
but Liquify works too. And Liquify is also really good when you're doing photo manipulation, because some of my artwork does have photos in it.
Right.
I blend photos with my drawings, with paintings, with a nasty texture I took a photo of on the sidewalk. I do. If I can get my hands on it, I'll use it.
Right.
Like I don't have it anymore, but I used to have ZBrush, and I would play around in ZBrush and make weird little squiggly shapes because I didn't know how to really sculpt with it, but I would blend some of that stuff into some of my older work.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I know so little about Photoshop. I mean, I've used it for years, but I don't go in and experiment. Hell, you only told me about adding strokes to images like within the last year, and I'd been doing fake strokes from day one, Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, I've gone back and lessened those down a little bit and so forth. So
cool. But yeah, like I'm gonna use Liquify probably on the black and white, and fix that, make that snout shorter, make it more on model, because that's like a Ninja Turtle snout.
Yeah.
And Cyberfrog has almost no snout.
Right.
So, but he has teeth, and that's the reason I drew the snout. Is I was thinking about space for teeth. It's like, no, he's like a cartoon character.
Right.
It doesn't make sense he has teeth. Oh, that's why it's wrong. Is it a bad drawing? No, but it's off model, and Cyberfrog has to be on model, or it's not. It's a Battletoad.
Yeah, it's a Battletoad. That's right.
It's a Ninja Turtle with Cyberfrog's, cybernetics.
Yeah.
Which really sucks that I didn't realize that till after, because I drew this in Photoshop. I printed it, inked it, scanned it, and because penciling this in Photoshop did not take long compared to if I'd drawn it with pencil. And then I colored it, and now I'm like, oh wait, it's wrong. And I realized why it was wrong after he was like talking to like Elliot Fernandez, and
right. Yeah, I do remember when Elliot was drawing it, and he was telling him, oh, you know what?
Elliot was doing the same thing. Elliot was doing the same thing of too much snout here. But I think he still had less snout than I drew there. But this is like a lizard head, not Cyberfrog's head.
Yeah.
Again, the whole piece overall isn't bad, but that snout is wrong. But that's one of the things I would use Liquify for. Like here's my thumbnail so far for my basic idea. for the Weaponized Nerd Rage one.
Oh, okay, very cool.
This entire thing's going to be painted, and I may use some of my reference photos I have blended in. Like, this is just for me to have something to show Web to explain what I'm going to do.
Right.
But the finished thing won't look like a black and white drawing. It'll be digitally painted, maybe some photos blended in. I don't know. I do all kinds of stuff, and I have gigs and gigs and gigs of reference photos I've taken over the years. Here's the black and white, I think, for the Red Rooster. Again, I drew this hanging out with you and Todd in private.
Yeah, yeah.
I penciled this in Photoshop, printed it, inked it, did the washes. Where's the color? Oh yeah, here's the color. Here's the color. No? Yeah. Here's the color.
Very cool.
I keep meaning to do a Lone Star, but I've been so focused on wanting to get Hero done. I was just like, no, get Hero done. If you've got time to work today, you work on Hero. You know, that's just what I had to do. Well, oh, you got time to draw or paint or do something? Okay, then you're working on Hero. Because it's just time to get it done.
Well, we now move on to the next stage, and that's setting up the Indiegogo. Because, guys, it's coming real soon. All those out there, we're letting you know ahead of time. And for all of our friends on the chat and that join us, we're going to make a special offer just to you guys. I don't have any idea what yet.
Excuse me. I was looking to see if I could find the folder. I don't know. I don't want to go digging through my computer right now. Where's the illustrations I did for Web? Where did I put those? I don't remember what folder I put those in. You'd think I would have put them in their own folder for Obsidian Dawn. Sometimes me no smart.
Yeah, I know.
But this is your stream, and I have lots of drawings on here that are like nudie figure studies. So I stopped sharing just in case I click into one of those folders about drawings of boobs everywhere.
Hey, that might actually get more viewers if we did that.
It would, and I think when it comes to art, you can show that stuff on YouTube. It's your channel, not mine.
Yeah, that's one of those things that I agree with Ethan on. You know, and everybody keeps saying he's being gatekeeping for it. But you know what? If I don't want cursing on my live streams, I'm going to respectfully ask you not to curse on my live stream. And if you do, I'm going to boot you. He has every right to do that. That's not gatekeeping. That's respect of his channel, you know?
I don't like that every argument in this community sometimes turns into something major. It's like, please stop.
Yeah, well, that too.
Okay, I found the two I did Web.
Can you show him?
Yeah. He's already shown them, so I can't. He showed them on his Discord. I think he's shown them on his show.
All right, I'm switching to you now.
Yeah, these are the two I've done so far.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Those look cool.
There's this one. This is for his role-playing game, Obsidian Dawn.
Commodore says, "You're kidding, Andrew. What was I kidding about? Did I make a silly and not know it because I'm stupid? Because trust me, that happens."
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the drama.
Well, yeah, I know.
It makes me sad because I want everybody in Comicsgate and Comicsgate adjacent to get along, or at least not deliberately step on each other. Deliberate. You know?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Because I don't have a problem with anybody. There's certain people I don't follow that I'm not into. What they're doing isn't my bag, but that doesn't mean I'm like anti them.
Right, right.
Because I'm not anti them. I'm just, that one isn't for me.
Yeah, if you were anti, you'd be anti me.
Yeah. Like when people like hurl insults at you, I'm like, dude, that's my job. Like I feel insulted because it's like, dude, that's my gig.
You'd probably think to yourself, damn it, I should have came up with that first.
It's like, no, they're taking. I'm like, no. It's like, I think they're weenies because they're not being mean enough.
Hold on a second. Somebody's trying to call me. Oh, geez, Louise. It's one of my friends. I'll have to call him back. It's like, man, don't you know I'm live streaming? He probably doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
I'll talk at him later. I did invite one of our mutual friends on the stream tonight. He said he couldn't. But I'm wearing him down. I'm going to get him to come on.
Who?
Harold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Harold seems like a nice dude, man.
He is. He is good. He's a good artist. He's good people.
Well, if he comes on your stream, they'll be like, you hung out with that gator.
Yeah, well.
And that's so mean. You can't do anything about it. People are going to be like that.
Yeah. Well, I just like the idea of having more artists on here, you know?
Oh, yeah. Me too. That sounds great.
It'd be fantastic because he's a fantastic artist.
That's what I would like to build my channel up to be, is like artist hangouts. Everybody.
Oh, Commodore was saying the special offer for the viewers. That's what I was kidding about. Absolutely not, man.
No, he really might like have like a special deal. It's like, you know, if you're a subscriber, you know, just send me your receipt and we'll throw something extra in there. You know,
that's right. I love giving away stuff.
That little verification thing they send you.
Yeah.
They email you. Yeah.
All right, we got somebody new here. D love all things. It all came down to the Vox Day stuff, and in all honesty, a lot of us don't want to be associated with his ideology.
Yeah, Vox Day doesn't thrill me either, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm moderating my language because
yeah, you're not a big fan of Vox Day, are you? Neither am I. I mean, I've described him in our conversations with another one of our friends as he's the bad guy. We don't want to support him in any way whatsoever.
I believe in being honest. I am center right, moderate conservative, somewhere between that and like libertarian. But I want my comics to be apolitical. I'm just trying to have fun, whether I'm doing something horror or something that's all ages, like with Andrew, or even if I was doing a smut comic, I'm just looking to entertain. That's the kind of stuff you're into. I'm not trying to push my agenda.
I could not imagine you drawing a smut comic at all.
Well, some people, because I also do some of my personal art is like creepy and erotic and.
Oh, well, that I could see, but I'm thinking, you know, like...
Oh, you're thinking porn comic. No.
Or like Playboy cartoon type comics.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm not into that, and I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it at all. I'm thinking, like, you know when heavy metal does a story that's ultra violent, but also has some TNA? But like the European comics that are action and like this, like if it was the TV show Spartacus that was on Stars as a comic book,
right,
like something like that is like what I would do.
No, when I think of like the porno type comics, I'm thinking of stuff that's like silly, humorous stuff.
Oh, like
yeah.
But
yeah, I couldn't see you doing that. That's all I'm saying.
it's not for it's not for me. Excuse me, but I have nothing against it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big prudish person.
Well, you're a big person, but not prudish. No, I wouldn't say that.
No, I have no problem. I've never had a problem with like erotica stuff, and because I mean, look at the stuff I've done in the past as far as fine art, and it definitely skirts that line.
Yeah.
But I'm taking all that stuff down while we're promoting Hero. Actually, some of the on my Deviant Art, the storage functions that used to be there, I can't find them anymore, so I'm just deleting my whole Deviant Art.
Man, I haven't been to Deviant Art in a very, very long time.
I started to try to re-upload there again, but I'm like, no, my audience is gone. What little I had, because I haven't posted in so long, so I'm just going to delete it. I don't use the site anymore anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just going to delete it.
I think a lot of people used it to reach out and meet people and find artists, fellow artists, and so forth. And I know a lot of people have met people that way, and that's great, but to me, it was just a place to put stuff, and that was it.
Yeah, but, you know, since we're going to be pushing Hero, I'm while we're pushing Hero, during the Hero periods, I'm greatly moderating some of the stuff I post during those periods.
No, I got you. D loves all things says agree 100% non-political us the best way. Why alienate half your audience? Yeah, my father-in-law once gave me some advice. He said, if you're trying to do something within entertainment, and that whether you're in the movies, whether you're what he was saying was whether you're an actor or somebody trying to do something in a entertainment industry, and comics is an entertainment industry. He said, don't ever talk about your politics, your religion, or social agenda stuff, because you will immediately turn off half of your fans. No matter what you say, no matter what stance you take, you're gonna turn off. And people are very, very, very vocal about those things, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we rarely ever talk about politics on here, and to be honest with you, I don't care what your politics are. I don't care who you voted for.
Yeah, please buy our book. Please.
Yeah, that's right.
I have a mortgage. I don't want to be homeless. Please buy our book. It's very non-political. It's an all ages thing. Please.
Commodore, I will admit to something, because he says I'm too embarrassed to try drawing smut. I once, back in my early eBay days, decided to try something different, and I drew like Batgirl topless. No, it wasn't Batgirl. It was somebody else. And I was so embarrassed by it, I put it under a different artist's name, and the page actually sold for more than my other art sold for. So I actually did a few more pieces like that. And I was so embarrassed I couldn't even put my name on them. So I stopped doing it altogether. And if anybody ever asked me, that other artist died. He's dead. But I went by a pseudonym when I did those drawings.
Oh, that's just Cheesecake.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's all it was.
Cheesecake is fine, dude. I love Olivia.
Yeah, but mine was embarrassing. Maybe it was because it was so bad.
That's just Cheesecake, or what some people call good girl art or something. It's like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, mine wasn't that good.
I don't have a problem with Milo Manera. If that's what people are into, do your thing, man. No, in order to bother me with what you're doing, you got to be trying to interfere with someone else, not hurting anybody.
Yeah. Let me save this video.
There's tons of stuff I don't like.
Well, I've seen bad artists who actually make a living doing fetish and porn stuff. What's the guy's name? Brandon Graham or whatever it is. I'm not a big fan of his stuff, but in one of the articles I read about him, this was a few months ago. He was talking about how he started doing, or he did a lot of porn type comics, and I'm like, dude, your art's not that great to begin with. So whatever porn comics you did probably weren't that good, but people bought it.
I don't care.
Yeah. Save this file real quick.
It just doesn't faze me.
Yeah, well. Yeah, well, I'm a little prudish, so.
Yeah, I know. I'm not at all.
All right, so I got 2 panels I need to scan in and need to put in the pages, and then I need to keep moving forward. I'm going to be giving you some files this weekend, and I can't wait to see you start working on them.
Yeah, I'll be starting probably that Monday.
Yep, awesome.
If not that Monday, that Tuesday, I'll be starting.
Okay.
Depends on how bad this cold is and how long it lasts, you know.
Yeah, see, Commodore, I would draw it, and it would be like raccoon-looking people having sex, and nobody wants to see that.
Oh, gross. Dude, there's a lot of money in that furry stuff, dude. I don't know. I mean, for the right amount of, I'm a capitalist also, so throw enough money at me, man. I'm like, I need to pay my mortgage and buy groceries. Let me see.
You're so weird.
No, I don't think so.
Now, I have drawn some really weird things. I mean, there are very few requests that I've ever turned down, and
like, you know, my like I said, my personal art is sometimes weird and creepy. Like my Society 6 store, not safe for work.
Yeah. Oh, D Loves All Things says, I love the Frank Cho stuff and the art from the Wonder Woman 2 bomber stuff, World War II bomber stuff. Well, I don't draw like Frank Cho. I've tried, and I can't, so
Frank Cho's an amazing artist.
Yes, and if I could draw like that, you better believe I would charge whatever I wanted for whatever I drew, but that's not my thing.
He's awesome. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. Let me see if I can switch this camera. Hold on. Nope. For some reason, I tried to switch it to my FaceTime camera so people could actually see me, but then I thought that might scare people away. So I decided we're not going to do that. Oh. I was watching Josh Howard was doing his live stream. It was him and Otis Frampton and another guy. I didn't catch the guy's name, but they were all on camera, and I'm like, man, I can't do that. I can't do that. That would just kill the stream if I put myself on camera. Y'all don't want to see us. You definitely don't want to see Avery. I can guarantee that.
I'm handsome.
Says your mother.
It says everyone.
Everyone's mother?
See, there's a joke I can't make because I'm on your channel. It's very, very vulgar and very, very crude. Well, like me, I'm vulgar and crude. It's who I am.
Yeah.
But I respect the person's channel I'm on.
That is very, very nice of you.
I'm not showing all the weirdo artwork I do with all the boobs and stuff because, well, I'm on your channel.
Well, I do appreciate that. I do.
Not the place. Not the place.
Oh, good God. What the hell did I just do?
I don't know. What did you do, you weirdo?
I don't know. My Photoshop is acting up. I don't know what it's doing.
That's okay. That's enough work for a thumbnail just to get the point across. Oh.
All right, guys.
Excuse me.
Commodore says, I know a furry artist, and he says it's not as good as a gig one would think.
Oh, really?
There would be very few patrons, and the very few that are patrons seed your stuff to private porn sites. Well, that I can absolutely believe. I can believe that completely.
Yeah, I buy it.
All right, I know you guys don't want to look at my keyboard all night long, so I'll go get something. Hey, let me show you something. Let me show you something that I got. I meant to tell you about this. Hold on.
Okay.
Do you remember how I told you I had ordered those steelbook cases, movies for the classic Universal Monster movies, and one of them was crushed? I actually showed you guys the thing. So I sent it back, and look at the size of this box that they sent it to me in. Let me move my camera up a little bit.
Overkill. That's cool.
I opened it up, and the movie was in there, and there was a whole bunch of paper in here. There's bubble wrap. You could put 10 DVDs in that case. I thought that was hilarious. But I did get it, and I'm very, very happy. Check it out. I'll be doing a steelbook case review very shortly. This is one of my all-time favorite black and white Universal Monster movies, and that's Frankenstein. Actually, my two favorite black and white movies ever were Frankenstein and The Day the Earth Stood Still. And I think the reason why those are my two favorites is because when I was a kid, those were the ones that they showed you at school. Because I can remember at the end of the school day, being back in elementary school, where we had, nothing else was going on. The teacher just wanted to put on a movie. And we watched for like 3 years in a row. We watched The Day the Earth Stood Still. And it's one of my dad's all-time favorite movies. And it's just, I have a soft spot in my heart for it. So if they ever release that, the original black and white one in a steelbook case, I am definitely picking that up. But I am super happy to have this one. I don't know if you guys have seen these. These are the ones that were released with the Alex Ross covers, where he did the painted covers. They're gorgeous. And here, I'm going to actually open this one up and show you. One of the best parts about these movies. Use my teeth, of course. One of the best parts about this movie is they came in a plastic slipcase. And when you remove the slipcase, you've got the Alex Ross image without the title and nothing. It's just all Alex Ross art.
Cool.
That is gorgeous. I love it. And on the back it just says Frankenstein. Yeah. But of the 7 of these that were released, I now have 5 of them. I'm still looking for 2 more, but they've been sold out for a long time. So,
what are the other 2?
The other 2 that I'm missing are the Wolfman and Creature from the Black Lagoon. I have Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, Invisible Man, and Mummy. The other 2 are the ones I'm missing. But for anybody out there who cares, believe it or not, I got this from FYE. They had these available.
I watched all those movies over and over as a little kid.
Yeah. This is the one I remember seeing. My dad was in the military, was in the Navy, and on Halloween they would have like these Halloween parties at like the like a mess hall type thing, and you brought your kids in, and there were people there with things, and they would watch movies. And this was the one movie I remember seeing like 2 or 3 years in a row, and just absolutely fantastic. One of my all-time favorites. But it's been years and years since I've seen this, so I'm gonna have to sit down and watch it again. So looking forward to it. D loves all things, says Psycho's his favorite black and white movie. To be honest with you, I have never actually seen the original Psycho.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't. I think I saw one of the remakes. Wasn't there a Vince Vaughn remake or something like that?
Yeah.
I think I've seen that. And of course I saw the TV show Bates Motel. I don't think I saw the last season, or the last 2 seasons, but I really enjoyed that show when I watched it with my wife. So
You really,
Commodore.
really should watch the original Psycho.
I've never seen it. I'm gonna have to look for it then. Commodore says, "I wonder what HDR monochrome looks like. 2048 Shades of Grey, no pun intended."
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of classic movies I won't buy on Blu-ray. I just like DVD good enough.
Well, we've had that discussion multiple times. I'm not a Blu-ray purist, but I would rather own it on Blu-ray than anything else. So, oh, you want to see what I picked up yesterday?
What's that?
Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 in the 4K Steelbook edition, which I saw the movie in the theater with Michael. Absolutely loved it. It was a fantastic sequel to the original, and I had to get it. And then Wreck-It Ralph. I doubt you've ever seen Wreck-It Ralph, have you?
I haven't seen either one.
It's Wreck-It Ralph is very cute. It's a good, and of course the sequel's getting ready to come out, so they got to re-release it in a steelbook case. So these are brand new Disney steelbook cases that I am so happy to have. Mike was chastising me because I know I already have Wreck-It Ralph. I bought it when it came out. And he's like, "You just bought it again for the steelbook case?" And I said, "Yes, absolutely." That's what we do.
I'll make fun of you later.
You can make fun of me later.
I'm sick. I don't have the.
You don't have the energy to make fun of me. That's funny.
I'll file that away. I'll berate you later.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Rain check on your humiliation and scorn.
Now listen, it's not like I went out and replaced Fantastic Four with a steelbook case. This is actually a decent, good movie.
But you will.
Well, I've told Michael, and I've said it before, if Disney wants to re-release all their movies in steelbook cases, I will re-buy every single one of them. And they had actually started doing that. They re-released Lady and the Tramp, The Lion King, Peter Pan, all in steelbook cases. I bought every single one when they come out.
You know how Disney could get me to buy a steelbook case?
What would Disney have to do in order to get you to buy a steelbook case? Is this like one of those David Letterman things where I have to try to guess the answer to the question? Because I think I can do it.
I'll tell you.
Okay, just tell me. You won't let me guess, huh?
Okay, yes.
In order for Avery to buy a steelbook case of a Disney movie, Disney would have to put $1,000 inside the steelbook case.
Well, that would work. But what I would want is from Disney Lucasfilm, give me a Blu-ray of the original cut that I grew up with of the
Star Wars movies
trilogy.
Yep.
Please, can I watch those movies? I'll take it on DVD. Can I watch those movies? I no longer have a VCR. I would like to watch those movies. I feel like if you're an original Star Wars fan of our age that grew up watching the original trilogy, they abandoned us long ago.
I know.
Long before Disney. Lucas himself threw us aside.
Well,
in my opinion.
Commodore says,
Commodore
Avery says, Commodore says, Avery, you're missing a lot. There's a point of HD monochrome. It's close to film quality that people saw in the cinema. As for DVD monochrome, you might as well get a VHS copy.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
By the way, I do have a VHS player you can borrow or use if you want.
With some of the classic films I've seen on Blu-ray, they look weird to me.
Oh, wow, look at all these discs. I love it.
Like, I use one of the times I was watching Ben-Hur in HD, and it's like I could see brushstrokes of the matte paintings in the background, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like I've never seen that much detail in this movie before. It looks weird to me.
that can quickly take you out of the movie, you know?
Yeah. That's but what he's talking about could be something different. Excuse me. My apologies. My apologies, Jeff.
You okay, man?
Yeah.
We need a cough button for Avery.
I know, man. Where's the mute?
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate you all joining us this evening. Commodore, it's always wonderful talking to you. Jerry, love you, man. Glad you're there. D Love All Things, thanks so much for joining in. And I'm going to have to go check out Psycho. Too many people have told me it's good and I should watch it. I just have never watched it. So
I believe I have it. I'm not sure. I
heck, it might be on Netflix for all I know. You know,
I don't think it is, but I think one of those horror box sets I have has it in there.
Okay, all right. Well,
I have tons of, like, I love buying those crappy box sets of like 30 horror movies, because sometimes I really enjoy a bad horror movie.
Yeah.
There's a certain kind of bad that I love. They go, yeah, it's a turd, but I love it.
Commodore says, Avery, you can buy the Star Wars GOUT. Google it.
You can?
That's what he says.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. All right, well, we're wrapping up, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us, and we will live stream again on Wednesday. We'll probably have more information about our Indiegogo because things are going to start speeding up very, very soon. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we have a big announcement for next Monday. But we're going to take this slow. We're going to take it step by step. We're going to do it right.
Yeah, I want to. I know Todd was telling me about somebody did a version of the original.
Yeah.
Updated. But
yeah.
I want to see what Commodore's talking about. I might be into that. Because
Commodore's a weird individual. I don't know if you'd be into his things or not.
No, I want to see the original. I haven't seen the original Star Wars in a long time, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because I don't like the special editions.
Do you know the one scene in the special edition that I liked was when Han and Chewie are running through the Death Star, and in the original release, they turned a corner and there's like 3 stormtroopers there. But in the special edition, when they turned a corner, it was a room filled with stormtroopers, and I just love that. I thought that was fantastic. But I think that's the only thing I can remember of the special edition that actually I said, I liked how they did that, you know? But, all right, everybody, we're wrapping it up. Talk to y'all later. Thanks a lot for joining us, and see y'all next time.
Bye.